Bonjour my friends, I'm Frankie and welcome to Club Foodie. Every year after Thanksgiving, there's always leftover turkey meat sitting in your fridge. Of course, you'll be reheating it along with the sides you served that day. The problem is that after a couple of meals, you and your family will become blasé. So, here's another way to use up the meat. In today's episode, I'll show you how to make my turkey croquettes. This recipe is simply amazing. The texture inside is nice and creamy, and the outside is crispy. Although we'll be using turkey in this video, it's actually a great recipe to use for other meats, like ham or chicken. So my friends, let's get cooking. In a skillet over medium heat, we'll add butter. And when it starts sizzling, we'll add onions and celery. We'll saute them until soft, about a minute. To this, we'll add mushrooms and cook for 2 minutes. A couple minutes later, we'll add flour and stir until the ingredients are well coated. Stirring constantly, we'll cook for only 1 minute. Next, we'll pour in half and half and then season with poultry seasoning, hot paprika, ground sea salt, and freshly ground black pepper. We'll mix the ingredients very well and cook until the sauce thickens, about another minute. Then we'll add cooked turkey and fresh chopped parsley. We'll blend them to the sauce and we'll see the texture almost resembles stuffing. So when it's nicely combined, we'll remove from the heat and transfer the mixture to a bowl. We'll let it cool off for 5 minutes before covering and transferring to the fridge for 5 hours. Alright, so a few hours later, we'll pour in canola oil to a medium pot, and on medium heat, we'll bring the temperature to 365 degrees Fahrenheit. Meanwhile, we'll prep our breading station. In a shallow dish, we'll add panko breadcrumbs that we ground a little. Now we'll crack some black pepper and mix the two together. In another shallow dish, we'll add an egg and beat it before adding some milk. We'll stir again and we're ready for the next step. So we'll take the turkey mixture out of the fridge and divide it into 8 balls. If you want to get fancy, you can always shape them into cones. When this is done, we'll roll each croquette into the breadcrumb mixture, making sure it's well coated, and then in the egg mixture. When it's all covered with it, we'll put it back in the breadcrumbs. This will give the outside that beautiful crispy texture. We'll transfer it to a plate while we're doing the other ones. When this step is done, we're ready to fry them. So we'll go ahead and carefully place them in the hot oil, working in batches. I mentioned earlier that the temperature has to be 365 degrees. By the time we drop our croquettes in the oil, the temperature will drop considerably. So bring it slightly higher. We'll keep the temperature around 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So we'll fry them until golden brown, about 3 minutes. And when this is done, we'll transfer to a plate lined with paper towels to absorb any excess oil. It's nice to serve these with gravy or cranberry sauce, along with mashed potatoes and veggies. And my friends, these are our turkey croquettes. Creamy on the inside and crispy on the outside, these croquettes are full of flavor. This is a delicious way to use up your turkey leftovers. I hope you give it a try soon, and be sure to visit clubfoodie.com for ingredient amounts and more info. Until next time, my friends, bon appétit!